Hey everyone, it's time for another Death Battle reaction video. This time it's Genos! The cybernetic teenager from One Punch Man versus War Machine, Tony Stark's sidekick, aside from Jarvis. You know, already I already said this like a couple weeks ago. I see War Machine winning this. I have not seen War Machine too much. I mean, I played him in the original Marvel vs. Capcom. But aside from that, there's not really much there for Genos. Genos is destroyed variously. So this match might not even be fair. But we're gonna watch. Also, disclaimer, you know, the disclaimer that I have no ownership of this. It's only for entertainment. I do not own Rooster Teeth. I do not own Death Battle. So, with that in mind, let's watch.
Sometimes the most awesome heroes aren't born, they're made. Like when I got my shotgun leg.
Hello!
At least some heroes know what to do with their new abilities.
Yeah.
Like Genos, the cyborg sidekick of One Punch Man.
And War Machine, best friend and understudy to Marvel's Iron Man.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Looks like it's gonna be hand-drawn.
You ever think about how if there weren't so many villains blowing up fictional places, we wouldn't have so many awesome heroes?
Genos was a
Not really.
happy 15-year-old living a quiet life, until his family and town were obliterated by a deranged cyborg.
Thankfully, he was saved by a scientist, and Genos had one request. He wanted to be a powerful cyborg too. Weird. I mean, I guess he really liked how the other cyborg violently murdered people.
No, this was a means for revenge. Genos set out on a walkabout of justice, though it wouldn't be long until he found his match in the one and only Mosquito Girl.
This bug's making me pitch a tent, and not to keep her out, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I don't know.
Another hero stepped in to save the day.
Too much. Saitama!
Look out! It's the One Punch Man himself!
Understandably impressed, Genos asked that Saitama take him on as a student.
Caped Egghead here wasn't too excited about having a sidekick, but they eventually became buds.
The two were quite the
seriously.
dynamic duo. Genos in particular rose to fame thanks to his adoring fans.
Yeah, he's pretty popular with the ladies, obviously. No such luck for Baldy McPuncherson, though.
To improve his
kidding.
hero work, Genos
I mean,
received
why
numerous
does Genos
upgrades
get it?
from
Not
Dr.
Saitama.
the same man who
Saitama's the
trained
guy
him
who's
in the
gotta
first place.
punch guys
He
once
can't
and
get
it's
out of a
over.
fight without something getting blasted off. He's got super durable armor over his entire body, and he can pop his limbs on and off like a friggin' lizard tail.
Well, I mean, true.
Genos' limbs and body are incredibly strong, able to easily defend against powerful attacks.
And the
Not against that guy.
His body has been upgraded to protect against stuff like acid or heat, on top of them boosting his speed and overall power.
He has multiple niche upgrades as well, such as an adhesive he can spray from his heels to immobilize foes.
Talk about a
Handy.
sticky situation, right, Wiz? Well, he'll need to out of the goop if he hasn't already noticed his opponents with his hypersensors or weird cyborg eyes, which can zoom and enhance the most distant of evildoers. Dun dun.
Hello!
I can see in infrared or track image signatures.
And he can shoot a blast of blinding light. Solar flare!
That's one way to put it.
Far more weaponry across his body. Hidden blades, arm missiles, and electric shocks, just to name a few. With his rocket boosters, he moves faster than almost anyone. And he can even fly. Well, sort of.
You didn't even mention that his arms have freaking cannons in them.
No
These are
kidding.
his incinerators, powerful blasters of fire of which he can control the size of the resulting explosions.
And
Yikes.
slapping both arms together makes the more powerful spiral incinerator blast. Then
Yikes.
there's his ultra helix incinerator.
They just keep
If
growing
I
and
had
growing.
2 shotgun legs, I could put both of them together for an ultra leg blast.
No.
How would you even aim?
No, I mean, it's not that hard. All you do is first you lift one leg like this, and then you just lift the other one. Oh, God,
See?
my keys.
Anyway, the incredible energy of his Ultra Helix incinerator comes directly from a power core housed in his chest, which powers most of his tech.
But even with so much firepower, his physical attacks are awesome too. Like the time he jet drive arrow kicked this elder centipede asshole so hard in the teeth.
His incinerators are
Nice.
powerful enough to eradicate monsters, buildings, and even mountains.
By using the smallest mountain in the world as a reference, the size of the damage and the fact that he vaporized that thing makes it a feat worth 66 kilotons of TNT.
Okay, well,
Not only is
that's
Genos strong,
pretty good
he's
feat.
incredibly fast, moving faster than the human eye can see. He targeted and struck this city-destroying
So,
meteor rocket.
like Shredder fast.
And those big boys are no joke.
What big boys?
Meteors! Those things killed the dinosaurs.
Well, the fact that
But-
he was able to actually
maybe.
hit the big boy, not just target it, means he must have been moving 200 times faster than sound.
Genos is badass enough
That sounds
he can
fast.
survive getting hit with his own incinerator cannons, on top of managing to withstand getting crushed by mosquitoes. Like, a shit ton of them.
By measuring
That's-
the size
that's
of
one
that
thing.
swarm, we deduced he's being crushed by 65 trillion mosquitoes. A combined weight
That's a lot of bloodsuckers.
58,000 tons.
Please, God, let me go any way but that.
While a
Yeah.
skyscraper-sized bundle of bugs is impressive, Genos has also withstood a runaway train slamming into him.
Luckily, it didn't make a dent on his power core. Without that, he wouldn't be able to do pretty much anything.
Right,
No.
the power core is unfortunately the core of his weakness as well.
Oh, I was just about to do that one. Anyway, one time, Genos tried to use that core to self-destruct just to kill that annoying mosquito chick.
Yeah, I know.
That might sound crazy to you, but have you ever had to deal with 65 trillion mosquitoes all at once? I do it.
Regardless, Genos has shown time and time again that he's a fearsome hero to contend with.
Sure, he hasn't found his family's killer yet, but he has found a new family with Saitama and friends, and he'll keep getting stronger and stronger.
It's not like he's gonna make friends with Tatsumaki anytime soon.
Stay right where you are.
Okay, time for War Machine.
For some young boys like James Rhodes, joining the military seems the best way of making something of themselves.
And Rhodey fit right in with his knack for machinery. He got top marks in the army and became a pilot.
Eventually becoming an expert in aviation engineering and military combat.
That's
Then,
a lot of
on
expert.
one fateful mission, his helicopter was shot
Well,
down.
ooh.
Things didn't look good, but then Iron Man showed up.
Turns out Rhodes wasn't the only one in trouble. Tony Stark was
Yep.
stranded without enough power for his suit and asked for his help. The two began an epic adventure that turned them into close friends. Rhodes stepped into the shoes of a superhero and became a man his younger self would be proud of.
Oh, yeah.
Me and Tony's best bud had some perks, like taking over as Iron Man sometimes. Who
Nice.
wouldn't jump into that suit at the first chance?
Next time, baby. And
I would.
naturally, Tony offered Rhodes a superpowered suit of his very own.
That's when regular old James Rhodes became
War Machine!
Oh yeah, it's like Iron Man but with more guns.
Rhodes
Yeah!
spent years trying to find his place in the world. As War Machine, he found a way to truly make something of himself.
He
Nice.
already had tons of combat experience from the army and a bit of PTSD, but you know, you win some, you lose some.
That's
he
true.
can do way more anyway. He is a multi-talented badass.
Tony has provided Rhodes with multiple War Machine suits throughout the years, each improving upon the one before it.
And these
I mean, he keeps improving his Iron Man suit, so it
Just
makes
look at
sense.
all those weapons.
The suit is a specialized variation of the typical Iron Man armor, focusing more on firepower than tactics and maneuverability. Clearly, its alloy is composed of
So
titanium
less
and
thinking,
vibranium,
more
Not
attacking.
like Captain America's shield.
which means it's both extremely durable and light enough to fly at incredible speeds. Very important given the computers, life support systems, and other devices housed within the unit.
That's not even talking about what Rhodey fights with.
Oh, he's also got the Unibeam!
He's got repulsor rays and a unibeam in the chest. And did I mention guns, and more guns? Get a look at that. Machine guns, Gatling guns, laser guns, flamethrowers, the works.
The suit can generate
All sorts of
electromagnetic pulses,
two-shooters.
particle beams, and even drain energy from opponents.
This baby's so sweet, I felt inspired to upgrade some of my own arsenal. If you
Really?
know what I mean.
Your gun.
I don't think I want to.
I got a new gun.
It's a pink gun. It's a pink AR-15.
It was white when I bought it, but I accidentally washed it with my hat. So obviously I'm...
Oh, great, we're pulling a Simpsons.
The armor has a lot of really cool other things too.
His most up-to-date suit includes incredible chameleon systems that allow him to not only become invisible, but intangible, bypassing scanners and phasing through walls.
Whoa.
You know, I can really use that next time you try to stab me with a trident.
It was one time, and in the most dire of circumstances,
Yes!
the machine has a self-destruct function he can call upon to make sure his tech doesn't fall into the wrong hands.
I mean, this work of art can scan for things like weird...
And like Tony, you know, James doesn't have to worry about a suit or like a little
Not only has he been thrown
pacemaker.
through a mountain with enough force to cause an earthquake,
He survived getting nuked. You see the size of that crater? Compared to War Machine himself, this looks like the explosion was over 2.5 megatons.
That's it. It's over.
and the suit is fast enough to fly into orbit and out into space.
Take that, Elon Musk. Please send me one of your flamethrowers. Sorry,
No. Don't.
You.
Given
Keep-
how it only takes War Machine about 10 seconds to exit the planet's orbit, and measuring the distance he's traveled, this puts him at flying speeds over Mach 620.
And while he may be
That
speedy, Rhodey's also
is
strong
fast.
enough for his hits to be the first and last. He's lifted cars, thrown tanks, and tossed a dude so hard he destroyed a spaceship.
Not to mention the fact that Tony created the War Machine suit to be on par with his own Iron Man suits.
And you know how Iron Man was on par with
So plenty of
with
what Tony
Lex's
can do, he can do
Lex's
too,
suit.
including the time Tony blew up a massive rock the size of Manhattan.
Of course, everything he's
Yep.
experienced as a superhero and in the army hasn't exactly been the best for his mental state, which has
Of course not.
unfortunately left him with pretty drastic cases of PTSD and survivor's guilt.
And a lot, and you know, we're
He's
hearing
not
a lot about
worthy of the
these
high-tech
in the
armor he
news about
wears.
people with
But he'll push
PTSD.
past it to rescue
My
his
sister has
friends as well as
PTSD,
the rest of
and she wasn't
mankind.
even in the army.
Time and time
She was
again,
raped.
Rhodey's proven that Tony isn't the only armored Avenger. Also, did I mention the guns?
You did several times. We get it already, Boomstick. All right, so my decision has already been finalized before this death ballot came out, and yes, I'm going to stick with War Machine. James has a lot more going with him than Genos does, and what Genos lacks is a lot. If War Machine can use that intangibility in order to get to that power core inside Genos, it's over. He's got that. He's also got the speed and the strength. But aside from that, you know, it's pretty much cut and dry right then and there. There's no reason that he'll do it other than... there's no reason he'll do it other than to stop his opponent. But even then, the explosion that Genos has is minuscule to what James can do. So, yeah, James and War Machine are going to be the ones that are going to take this. Well, I don't want to say lying down, but yeah. They're not. He's not going. Well, Genos is not going to live. I mean, you're going to chalk it up to another win for Marvel Comics. And the first loss to One Punch Man. Who's next? Saitama? Or maybe the Mermaid King? Especially in the rain. Because... yeah, I think James would stand up. But here's a death battle right now. Genos? I wouldn't mind a cup of coffee on it.
Never a day to myself, huh?
No. So this is interesting. This is hand-drawn.
Hey there! Destruction of property is a serious offense, young man.
Yeah, it is.
One more of you, huh? Tell for vengeance. I'll turn you to scrap.
No. I mean, this is a guy who was supposed to get hit by Saitama, but no. Only stopped like an inch short from the full blast, otherwise Genos would have been completely destroyed. So, yeah. James has a better chance in that War Machine suit than Genos does of getting hit by Saitama's punch. Options made. So here we go.
Hey, cheese! Need a hand?
I already have one.
Really? At least he puts himself together. Does that also include his clothes?
Work that easy.
We go right to DBZ over that one. Alright, well, one option's down.
Huh. I guess he ran off. That suit was ugly anyway.
Ugly. This is my Sunday best.
Yep. Oh, here's that gunk. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. The Unibeam! The question is, does the Unibeam have enough strength to take on the whole force of Genos? Nope. But then again, he'll do it again! Now, is he just waiting to burn the gunk off?
Come on, die already!
Yep, now it goes from defense to offense.
Not yet! I'm taking you with me!
Well, looks like Genos blew a gasket and lost.
Be this way.
Don't talk to me.
You got it.
There we go. Winner!
Well, looks like Genos is Geno more.
Genos was certainly a serious threat in the field of battle. However, Rhodes held a solid advantage in many different aspects.
He's had years of training in the military, even before becoming a superhero, which means he's been doing this for way longer.
Stratagems aside, let's compare their power output. At his best, Genos had kicked the Elder Centipede backward.
Which was freaking huge.
According to an interview with the One Punch Man manga illustrator, Elder Centipede's body measures 15 meters wide. With that and scaling to its surroundings, we determined its full size to be over 700 meters long. The force
That's
to
a tall-
something this large
that's a
would
tall
have to be
bug.
Over 15 megatons of TNT.
It's 15, but...
War Machine's got the edge over that.
Yep.
Remember the giant rump that was the size of Manhattan?
Yep.
Given the square footage of Manhattan and the height of the rock, we found that the energy it would take to shatter a rock of this size comes out to over 280 teratons of TNT.
That's a lot.
Way more than Genos knocking around the big bug. War Machine's orbit-breaking flying speed proves he's a lot quicker, too. But even if he could get a hit in, Genos had no way to counter Rhodey's energy-draining tech and Ghost Chameleon mode.
Genos was certainly a powerful contender, but War Machine's overwhelming firepower and high-tech abilities were just too much for the teenage cyborg.
That's true.
Yeah, War Machine was on the road to victory.
The winner is War Machine.
I think you can do better than that, Boomstick. Come on, that was disappointing.
Thank you for watching this episode.
So
of
now,
Battle
who's
Battle
next?
Battle music for yourself.
Who do we have in
Find a
2
link in the
weeks?
description below. And you can check out a link to the Death Battle card and dice game.
Gray! And Esdeath? Oh, we're gonna have a cold battle on hand. So that's gonna be something. Great Fullbuster, who I've done in the past as a fanfic writer. And I might do again with the voting going on my poll. We'll take on Esdeath, a woman who I want to say glorifies in genocide. So it's a battle between Fairy Tail and Agame Got Killed. And I think we know who's going to win that one. No, we don't. No, that one's going to be a little tougher to decipher than it is going to be for... But anyway, I knew I was right on that one. It was obvious. And when I saw it, I'm like, War Machine's got more victories under his belt than Genos does. And I know Genos could not have survived Saitama's one punch. If you've seen that one episode, that punch was just that close. That close from actually hitting. And all of a sudden, and Saitama was just like, let's go eat. So yeah. Saitama would have an easier chance with Genos than with James. That being said, I'm glad that I was right. Okay, now I'm bragging a little bit. But now in 2 weeks, we're going from leaders to a mecha battle to an ice fight. And I'm going to say right now, I'm going to say that Gray's got this one, especially with his ice make magic. But we'll see what Ezzeth has to offer. From all I know, it'll be a cold day in hell. Literally.